All right, the Padres, they go to be 3-0 to start the season here. We got Randy Vasquez on the mound, and it will be Spencer Schwellenbach for the Atlanta Braves. And with Randy, can he eat innings? That's going to be a big question today because the Padres bullpen is not going to be at full capacity, if you will, today. Omar Cruz, I would be pretty surprised if he doesn't end up pitching in this game. And I'm pulling up my bullpen chart that I put out on Twitter earlier today. The big three, maybe I should put Morahone in that, but Suarez, Adam, Estrada. They have pitched back-to-back days, the first two games of the season. Suarez, 24 pitches on opening day, then 14 yesterday. Adam, 15 and then 20. Estrada, 25 and then 15. So you're not going to want to pitch those guys 3 consecutive days in a row to start the season. And the good news, though, is there is talent that can still close the game. How long, though, would the Padres go with Omar Cruz? With Randy, let's say he can get, I'm hoping he can give him 5 innings. 5 innings, give up 3 or less runs, keep the Padres within shouting distance, keep them in the game. And then you go with Omar Cruz for an inning, maybe more, inning and a third, something, depending on batters, righty, or whatever. And then you can go, Wandy. You can probably go with Alec Jacob. You have Yuki Matsui you can go to. And then you can go with, is it Adrian or Adrian? Because I've been saying Adrian this whole time, and I'm pretty sure the PA announcer yesterday said Adrian Morahone. I don't know what Don says. I'll probably be listening to that tonight. If it's Adrian, then I apologize for not saying that this entire time. I just have never heard someone be called Adrian before. So we'll see. We'll see what his first name actually is. Or how it's pronounced, I should say. But he's going to go today, and it's good to have a couple of lefties available to pitch out of the bullpen today when you have a lineup for the Braves that includes a couple of lefties that can get to you. Matt Olson being one of them, Michael Harris being another. And then they have some others like Patrick Baldwin, he's catching, he's a lefty, and then Jared Kelnick batting ninth, he is in right field, and he's a lefty as well. That was a classic Petco Park home run last night. That's what that was. So yeah, we'll see what this bullpen pitching path to victory, if you will, is going to look like tonight. And as for the Padres lineup, Tatis, he is leading off again, which I love, comfortable there. And pitchers can't get comfortable, as we saw yesterday. First pitch right off the bat, boom, gone, homer. And just like that, shaking in your boots a little bit. But that's what Tatis can do. And then you have Arise. Let's say Tatis, like I said yesterday, can get on, steal a bag, and he's in scoring position, or he can double in a gap and take third. And all of a sudden, now you got to rise up at the plate with nobody out, and you got a runner on third. Like, that's great. And even if not, then you have Manny right up after that, and then you have Jackson Merrill for today, batting fourth. So Tatis, Arise, Manny, Merrill, who has a 571 average right now, Crony, and then Bogey, Sheets is DHing, Hayward's in left, and Maldonado's catching again. I think I said this last night on my walk outside Petco. If Diaz is not going to hit, Maldonado's going to get most of the reps. And it's one game for Diaz. So maybe this was the plan the entire time where they would go Thursday Diaz, Friday, Saturday Maldonado, Sunday Diaz. And which pitchers are most comfortable with Diaz? Which pitchers are most comfortable with Maldonado? Maybe Nick Pavetta's like, all right, I got Diaz. And King was like, all right, I got Diaz. And Cease was like, I want Maldonado. And that's how they go about it. But Maldonado's the better defensive catcher. And if both aren't going to hit, then I think Maldonado would get the edge. And Maldonado had a good night last night, 2 for 2 to start off that night. And he's been struggling offensively. It's not like he's in the prime of his career anymore. But if he can, like I said last night, if he can take advantage of those mistakes like he got last night, then he can still drive in runs and he can still do his job. And then get on base, and maybe it's late in a game, gets on base. You can pinch run with Lockridge or something, and you have Diaz come in. Lockridge pinch runs, get in scoring position. You have Tatis right there Tatis Arraez-Manning at the top of the order with Merrill. That's great. Is there going to be a different hero tonight? Obviously, Crony with the home run last night. And I'm not saying Crony was the only hero last night, but obviously the go-ahead, the big homer in the 8th inning. Is it gonna be Jason? Is Hayward going to have it? He doesn't have a hit yet. Is Hayward gonna be that guy? Is it gonna be someone coming off the bench? Is Gurriel gonna be that guy? We'll see. Um, but offensively, it's been encouraging. It's been 2 games of 162. Obviously, it's very early, and I just wanna keep reminding people that. I don't think we should overreact to what we're seeing here, but it is encouraging that we are seeing a lot of the same things that we saw in the 2024 team, and if they keep doing that, they're gonna be in a pretty good spot, like they were in a good spot last year because they pretty consistently, were able to do the little things correctly, and that can win you some games. That can be the difference in some games. So, Braves lineup: Profar, Austin Riley, Matt Olson, Marcelo Zuna, Ozzie Albies, Michael Harris, Patrick Baldwin, Orlando Arcia gets back in there. Nick Allen was in there last night. San Diegan guy. Kelnick, obviously batting ninth, and he is in right field. Are we going to see Enyel De Los Santos tonight? He was in the bullpen warming up last night. I was at the game, and then sat him down because I think they got out of an inning, and then they had Pierce Johnson warm up, and he went into the game. So I'm sure Padres players want to see Enyel. Some people had the nickname Enyel De Los Meatballs because that's what it was at some points with the Padres. And I'm happy that Brandon Lockridge is on this team now. So we'll see. We'll see if Enyel makes an appearance. But a big night in San Diego just overall. We got the Padres here, 4:15 on Fox. So remember, not on Padres TV. It's on Fox. And it won't be Don on the broadcast, even though he has done some Fox games and he's in town. So I'm not sure why he's not doing it. But it's going to be AJ Pierzynski as the analyst, I want to say. And I think Adam Amin is going to be doing play-by-play. Could be wrong, but I think that's who it's going to be. So that's Fox. And then we don't get Don and Mud the rest of the weekend because we got Sunday Night Baseball tomorrow, a little after 4 o'clock, when ESPN comes into town in their last season of Sunday Night Baseball. And we'll see, obviously, what the future of that is going to look like. But I think they picked the right matchup. It's going to be a fun matchup tomorrow. But for tonight, Schrellenbach and Randy Vasquez. How many innings? Can they get 5 out of Vasquez? Can they get 5 and keep him in the game? And then, I mean, you could go multiple innings with Morahone if depending on pitch count. Maybe you go 4 outs with Yuki. And how long would they go with Omar Cruz? Are they going to go with Omar Cruz right after Vasquez? I assume they would. But it could be a little bit of a matchup thing where they have Wandy or Alec Jacob finish an inning, and then they give Omar Cruz a clean inning. But it'll be his MLB debut, and I'm excited to see what that MLB debut will look like. And I did want to give you my Padres pick for today. So 1 second here. Pull this up on Underdog. So today for Randy, I would probably go higher on 14.5 pitching outs because I feel like the Padres are going to try to push him to get to at least 5 innings, and that would be 15 outs. So I'd go higher on that. They could, go like 4-2 with Vasquez and then Cruz, but I do think they're really going to try to get 5 innings out of Randy. And he's been able to do that before. Like, I don't know if we should expect against a Braves lineup for Randy to go out there and go 5 innings and not give up any runs. But if he goes 5 innings, I think that's a win. And if you keep the Padres in the game, that's definitely a win then. So that's what I'm looking for tonight. Again, the big 3 in the pen, I wouldn't expect them to be pitching in this game. But that gives an opportunity for some of these other guys in the bullpen to stand out and help the Padres win a baseball game tonight.